We're back for our next departmental budget discussion. I'm joined this morning by Emily Piscini, the Chief of Staff here in the Mayor's Office, and Talia Lomax O'Neill, the City's Finance Director. Before we jump into the next discussion, just want to circle back and talk about last year's budget. You probably remember that it was a unique budget for a couple of reasons, but during the last budget cycle, we were able to tighten our belts and live within our means and cut some expenses. That, in conjunction with some increased revenue that we're projecting for the next year, allows us to provide a cost of living adjustment to Metro employees, including step increases and open range increases, which I hope folks will see as an acknowledgement of our appreciation of the work that they've done in the last year. Our next budget discussion is with the Metro Beer Permit Board's Director, Benton McDonough. If you would introduce yourself, and I think 3 of your board members who have joined you, introduce them as well. And I know y'all have done a lot of work in the last year in terms of launching some updates to the application system you have. So if you'd fill us in on that, as well as the general outlook for your department, I would appreciate it.
Great. Thank you, Mayor Briley. My name is Benton McDonough. I am the Executive Director of the Metropolitan Beer Permit Board. I want to thank Mayor Briley and Ms. Lomax O'Neill and Ms. Piscini for allowing us to come here today to present the upcoming budget. I also wanted to recognize Chairman Brian Taylor, also board members John Spragans and Terry Clements, who are here today as well. But I have to say that I thought that last year we had reached our peak when we had upgraded from flip phones to smartphones, and so. But I'm happy to report today that that we have gone a step further now, and we started accepting electronic applications back in October, and since then we've received 80% of our applications online, which has then cut down on the amount of foot traffic in our office and really allowed the staff to focus on a lot of different areas within the board. And it's also made an impact from the standpoint that last year we received a total of $75,000 over of payments online, and year to date, with a few months left in the fiscal year, we've received about $130,000. That's also changed as well. Something else that we are working on is a user guide for the online application, and just really we received a lot of input from individuals who would like to learn more about how the beer laws work, and so we're trying to work on something to put that online. And something that I'm very proud of is the fact that we get feedback from attorneys who have used both our system and the ABC system as well, the state ABC board online system, and they always say ours is much more user-friendly. So happy to hear that as well. But on top of the electronic applications, we also saw a need to expand our background checks. And so what I've discovered upon taking over in this position is that we were actually just checking within Davidson County as far as background checks go. So now we've changed the requirements to require a national background check for anyone coming in to apply for a beer application. Another area is electronic tablets, and so we use those for the board members now during the board meetings, and so that has saved us on paper, and it saves us on ink and wear and tear on our copiers and printers. And we actually worked with ITS to try and find a way to work within our budget, and so we utilized some tablets that were already ordered by a different department that have been used in a different project that were no longer being used, and so we started utilizing those. However, they have somewhat not aged well, and so we are looking at ordering some new ones, but it will be a minimal amount of money. And one of the areas that I finally want to cover is that, as I stated before, we've had a lot of interest from individuals who want to learn more about beer board law, and so we're looking at creating a class which would also create a new stream of revenue potentially for the board. And we're looking at 3 areas which would fall under new owners, individuals that are court ordered to attend the class in some cases, and then also we could potentially get certified for ABC certified training so that servers can come to the classes and be trained for ABC certification. The state law does allow for cities and commissions to require permit holders to attend an annual required class, and it's for anyone who is not ABC certified, so we could look at that as a possible area to expand the revenue. But the 3 areas that we are asking for in the upcoming budget, one of those areas we're looking to reorganize the structure of our department, and so we're looking to upgrade one of our beer board inspectors to an ASO4. The second item is that we're looking to hire on a part-time special assistant to the director who could then assist in teaching our classes and assist in organizing our regulatory beer buys, and also potentially bring on a finance manager who could assist in the day-to-day issues with our revenue and find new streams of revenue. And finally, I would just like to thank my team, and that's Terrence Darby, Amanda Webb, Doug James, and Jesus Carreno, who recently left us for another job in Dixon County. But without their hard work and dedication to the beer board, we wouldn't have the success that we do. They, especially last year, I had to take some leave after the birth of our second child, and they did an incredible job, and I felt entirely comfortable allowing them to oversee the day-to-day activities there with the beer board. And finally, I just want to also thank our vice chair, Talisha Cobb, and board members Kia Jarman, Christopher Bellamy, Jack Davis, and our finance manager, Alicia Beerbooth, for their assistance. So appreciate the time.
Any questions?
Yeah, just one quick question, Ben. I'm looking at your modifications. I think you've got some revenue attached to those. Am I
Yes.
reading this correctly?
Yes.
Can you just clarify that for us, please?
We saw these potential positions as revenue generating because of the fact that it would be connected with the class. If we created the class, then we saw that there was a lot of potential revenue in
So
that
that's
class.
assuming that the class is implemented.
Right.
Okay. Okay, that's my only question, and I would just say you're doing a terrific job over there.
I appreciate
You
that.
have transformed that very small department.
Thank you.
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything either, but
Great.
thank you very much. And congrats on the new member of your family. I didn't know that, so
Oh.
congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.